The Bollywood celebrity version of The Lord of the Rings begins with the creation of 19 powerful rings, crafted to enhance the strength of their bearers. These rings are distributed among different races. 3 are given to the elves, a wise, honest, and peaceful people. 7 are bestowed upon the dwarves, who live in the mountainous regions of Moria and excel in craftsmanship. And 9 are granted to men, who crave power above all else. These rings are immensely powerful, granting dominion over their respective races to those who wield them. However, in secret, another ring is forged, the One Ring, created by the Dark Lord Sauron, ruler of diplomats and judges. Driven by his cruelty, malice, and desire to dominate all races, Sauron crafts this supreme ring, the most powerful of all, capable of ruling over the others. With the One Ring, Sauron begins enslaving the races one by one, but the last alliance of men and elves unites to confront him. In a fierce battle, Sauron is defeated when Isildur, the king of men, cuts the ring from Sauron's hand with his father's broken sword, Narsil. As the ring is severed from Sauron, his army disintegrates into ash, and he is vanquished, or so it seems. The One Ring, however, is treacherous. It ensnares its bearer, making them unwilling to part with it at any cost, as if under a spell. Now, in Isildur's possession, the ring brings only death. Isildur could destroy it and end Sauron's evil forever, but he, too, falls under its influence and keeps it. While traveling with a small group, Isildur is ambushed by Sauron's surviving forces. To escape, he puts on the ring, becoming invisible. But the ring betrays him, slipping from his finger. As he becomes visible again, Sauron's archers kill him, and the ring sinks into a river, lost for 500 years. After this time, the ring chooses a new bearer, Gollum, a creature consumed by its power. The ring grants him unnaturally long life, and for 500 years he hides with it in the deep caves of the mountains. But the ring abandons Gollum, falling from his grasp, only to be found by an unlikely creature, Bilbo Baggins, a hobbit from the Shire. Hobbits are a short, cheerful race, slightly taller than dwarves but shorter than men, who love peace, food, dancing, and a simple life in their idyllic Shire. Bilbo takes the ring back to the Shire, unaware of its true nature. Years later, the wizard Gandalf, a powerful but benevolent figure who uses his magic for good, visits Bilbo on his 111th birthday. Despite his age, Bilbo looks youthful, a gift of the ring's power. However, the ring's influence makes him reluctant to part with it. Gandalf, sensing its danger, urges Bilbo to leave it behind as he plans to depart the Shire to finish writing his book. After much persuasion, Bilbo reluctantly leaves the ring and sets off. The ring is inherited by Frodo Baggins, Bilbo's young relative, whom Bilbo raised after his parents' death. Gandalf warns Frodo of the ring's immense power, explaining that Sauron, though believed dead, lingers as a spirit, growing stronger and seeking the ring to conquer the world. The ring, tied to Sauron's essence, yearns to return to him. Gandalf reveals that Sauron's forces know the ring is in the Shire, with the Baggins family, and Frodo must flee to protect it. Gandalf instructs Frodo to travel to Rivendell, a safe haven, and avoid roads to evade Sauron's spies. Frodo is joined by his loyal friend Samwise Gamgee, and later by two other hobbits, Merry and Pippin. As they journey, they encounter a dark rider, one of Sauron's Nazgûl, hunting the ring. Frodo nearly succumbs to the ring's pull, tempted to wear it, but Sam stops him, knowing it would reveal their location. They escape across a river, reaching an inn where Gandalf was to meet them, but he is absent. Meanwhile, Gandalf discovers that Saruman, a fellow wizard, has allied with Sauron. Saruman imprisons Gandalf, preventing him from meeting Frodo. At the inn, the hobbits meet Strider, a mysterious ranger who protects them from Nazgûl pursuing the ring. Frodo accidentally puts on the ring, becoming visible to Sauron's fiery eye, which terrifies him. Strider leads the hobbits to safety, but they are attacked by Nazgûl. Frodo is gravely wounded by a Nazgûl's blade, and Strider fends them off. Arwen, an elf who loves Strider, revealed as Aragorn, heir to the throne of men, arrives to aid them. She races Frodo to Rivendell, pursued by Nazgûl, and uses her magic to summon a flood, washing the pursuers away. In Rivendell, Frodo is healed by Elrond, the Elf Lord. Gandalf, having escaped Saruman, arrives and explains the ring's history. At a council, leaders from various races, elves, men, and dwarves debate the ring's fate. It can only be destroyed in the fires of Mount Doom, where it was forged, but the journey is perilous, and trust among the races is thin. Frodo volunteers to carry the ring to Mount Doom, joined by Sam, Merry, Pippin, Gandalf, Aragorn, Legolas, an elf, Gimli, a dwarf, and Boromir, a man. This fellowship of 9 sets out, but Sauron's forces, bolstered by Saruman's new army of sunlight-resistant orcs, pursue them. Unable to cross snowy mountains due to Saruman's interference, the Fellowship chooses the dangerous path through the mines of Moria, home to dwarves, but now overrun by orcs and a fearsome Balrog, an ancient demon. In Moria's dark tunnels, Gandalf leads with his glowing staff, but the group is stalked by Gollum, who still craves the ring. They discover the dwarves' city in ruins, its inhabitants slain by orcs. As they mourn at the tomb of Gimli's kin, orcs attack, followed by the Balrog. Gandalf confronts the creature on a narrow bridge, sacrificing himself by falling into an abyss with it, allowing the Fellowship to escape. Heartbroken, the group reaches Lothlorien, an elven realm. Lady Galadriel, a wise and powerful elf, offers refuge but warns Frodo of the ring's corrupting influence. Meanwhile, Gollum continues to trail them, and Boromir, tempted by the ring's power, tries to take it from Frodo. Frodo puts on the ring to escape, becoming invisible, but this alerts Sauron's forces. Aragorn intervenes, and Boromir, realizing his mistake, fights off orcs to protect Merry and Pippin, but he is mortally wounded. Frodo, overwhelmed by the ring's burden, decides to continue alone, but Sam insists on joining him, honoring his promise to Gandalf. The two set off toward Mount Doom, while Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli pursue the orcs who captured Merry and Pippin. Meanwhile, Sauron's army grows, preparing for war. This is the first part of the story. The Lord of the Rings film trilogy earned critical acclaim. The first film received 4 Oscars, the second 2, and the third 11, totaling 17 Oscars. I hope you enjoyed this retelling.